already know what's going on. It's the Abroad DJ.
No. Hold up, DCaso. Hold up. I said I wanted to ask you some questions.
Well,
let's talk about you, though.
I mean, there's nothing to talk about with me. That's going to come at a later date.
We got a lot to talk about. So let's do this the right way. What's going on, people? You know what it is. It's your guy, DJ Foreign, the Abroad DJ podcast. Is it a podcast? It's series? What
it's a podcast.
Okay.
We call it a podcast
so it's a
until it's bigger.
podcast, a vlog, all of that stuff.
Yes,
man.
sir.
You got DJ Foreign. I took over the seat. You see, we switched places, right?
We did.
Because in my interview, I wanted to ask my man some questions. So welcome to the show. I got special guest. DJ DCaso in the building. What's up, bruh?
Welcome.
Wrong hats.
Nah, it's the right
Wrong
hat,
hats.
brother. Come on, brother.
In the city of Mass, you got the wrong hat.
It don't
on.
matter, man.
But it's all good,
It's
man.
the
You
right
know what
hat.
it is. The Abroad DJ podcast was popping. It's your guy, DJ Foreign, man. You know, I was on the show. You interviewed me. It was a couple of episodes ago, right?
It was probably a couple weeks ago. Yeah, at this
And we're
point.
closing out season 1.
We're closing out season 1.
So this is the season 1 finale, right?
Yes, sir. This is the finale.
How's the podcast been treating you? How's the feedback?
It's beautiful, man. I feel like I've had the right people connect. You feel me?
So the guests, other than me being the best one, I think the most for you. So.
Actually, people do love your interview. Honestly,
I ain't capping.
Ain't no argument.
But who else you had on there? You had everybody.
We had who did we have?
DJ
We had
Chubb.
Chubb. We had
50
E
Cents
Double.
DJ, by the way.
50 Cents DJ, yes.
Right.
We had E Double join the Lucas DJ.
Right.
We had Cousin Stiz DJ. Reef Energy. Damn,
Who else
I can't. We had Ron G.
Yes,
Legendary Ron
to
G.
the legend, man.
Get that right. You
Yes,
understand
sir.
what's going on?
Yes, sir.
And I can't think.
And a bunch more.
Of course.
But they're all out right now.
Everything's out on YouTube, Spotify. It's everywhere, man.
Go catch it,
SoundCloud.
man. The Abroad DJ, just search that everywhere. You're going to get it. But I felt it would be dope if I sat down and talked to my man. You know what I mean? Because I seen the vision. He invited me over for the invite. He got everybody on there. And I was like, yo, we got to talk about, before we get into season 2, we got to talk about, like, just the vibe of this podcast. Like, the idea to do this podcast. Again, it's called the Abroad DJ, which in essence, if you hear abroad, it means overseas, traveling.
Facts.
And most of the DJs that you had is DJs who's either traveling or artist DJs or anything like that. What kind of gave you the idea to bring this, like to even do this podcast?
Honestly, bro, it's from the fact that once I started traveling, I started DJing, like just moving around. I was like, damn, I don't know who the hell I could ask questions.
I feel like I disrespected you right now because he's an abroad DJ. Can we run down the resume though? Who have you DJed for on the road?
So far I've DJed for.
Who you're the official DJ for? First,
I'm the official DJ for Token.
Okay, that's number 1.
That's number 1. I've also DJed for Millie's, Wale. I've done a couple shows with Wale.
And that's not Wale coming to the spot and being like, yo, I need a DJ. Can you DJ for me?
Nah.
They actually tapped into you.
They tapped
like,
into
yo,
me
we
and hired
need you. Okay, go ahead.
So Wale.
Shouts out all my Africans.
Yo, facts.
What
super
up?
Facts.
The whole thing with the Abroad DJ podcast or the series is that you yourself, you're one of those. You're one of the guys who do. You've not only done artists, you even do your celebrity guests. Can we talk about
on
this?
Royal Caribbean, yeah.
Yes. So shout out to Royal Caribbean. If you ever go, when we get back to the regular, when you go on a cruise and they get the special guest DJs, the celebrity DJs, you don't know my boys in there heavy. You know what I mean? But you're doing all that. So you're overseas a lot, you're traveling a lot.
Yeah.
So I think was that the idea to kind of get this thing started?
It was definitely the idea, but the whole thing too is like I feel like there's nobody officially to give you that information. Like not everybody has the same connections that I've been blessed to have over years. So it's like, how can I put all that information in one space? And so like the new DJs. And the dope thing too is like a lot of the DJs like yourself work on radio, which is another blessing I've had. So it's like I have all these connections, and it's dope if we can put that information out there.
I've heard a lot of people who hit me up, even on my interview or all the other ones that you did, were like, yo, the dope thing about DCaso's podcast is it's educational.
Yeah.
Like you talking to cats who's really going through that grind. It's not no overnight. Like you really understand what it takes to kind of get to some of these positions. You know what I mean? So that's dope. The Abroad podcast, make sure you go check out all the interviews. But DCaso, so you're official DJ for Token.
Yeah.
You've done a lot of other joints for all these other artists. You're on cruise ships. You're doing all these other things. For you, how you feel? Do you feel like the series has gone the kind of way you envisioned it?
I think it's dope because if you look at the first episode,
which was who? You remember who the first episode?
Reef Energy.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
appreciate that, bro. Thank you
What up,
for
Reef?
being my first, bro.
What up, Reef?
I know it wasn't the best, but you feel me? Like, thank you for giving me that time. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That opportunity. So Reef was the first one. If you look at from Reef's episode to E Double, which aired 2 weeks ago.
So it was the one before yours, right?
Yep.
What episode was that? Was he like
E Double was number 7 or 8.
Okay, so 7 or 8. All right, cool. So from how's the growth been from 1 to 8?
You could definitely see the progression in how I ask questions, my eye contact, like the little bit of giggles and the hmms in between shits.
You're learning how to interview.
I'm learning how to interview a lot better.
Now, is that from feedback that you're getting from the fans that are watching the joint, or you just self-critique yourself? Or
me self-critiquing. So it's like once I see it, I'm like, damn, there wasn't enough lighting. We should have got that angle. Yo, the camera was wiggling too much.
Killing me with the lights right now, yo. Like, bro. I know we dark and shit, but goddamn,
but
like, he got a light over here, he got a light over there. Like I'm black. All I see every time I blink, all I see is dots, and I'm
it's
like,
alright. That's a beautiful thing.
But the quality's dope.
We gotta work on the complexions, bro. You feel me?
The melanin too dark.
Exactly.
The melanin too dark. But nah, I mean, you do see the growth though. From the first episode to this one, you do see like the quality changing. You know what I mean? The sound is crisp, the picture is crisp.
Yeah.
The questions are more, direct. I want to say it's not really too much. But I like interviews that are not too structured.
And that's my whole thing. It's like I'm really having conversations with people. I'm not asking nobody. It's like I'm not asking you what happened in your marriage. I'm not trying to get none of that information. I just want to talk with cats, bro. Like the same way we talk on a regular basis on the phone.
Have you picked up any gems from anybody that you've interviewed?
I've had so many gems.
Like you're not using yourself, or maybe you're like, yo, when once the Rona's done, I'm gonna start implementing these little things.
Yo, Chubb said something. He was like, yo, make sure you're not hot in your city. And he was like, if you're just hot in your city, you're garbage.
That's fine.
So he's like, yo, if you've never left your county, your area, your zip code, you're whack.
Yeah, you're not hot.
And I was like, yo, I respect
you're not whack.
Yeah.
But you're not hot though.
You're not hot.
Just because you're popular in your hood, the 5 people in your hood are around your little.
But you understand?
Yeah.
It's like a lot of people stay in the area where they got the most friends. We went to high school, we went to elementary, so they support you because they know you.
Exactly.
But can you go to another market and shell it?
Okay.
Like, you understand? So I thought that was dope. Chubb also said, what did he say? He was saying the thing about artists, right? And we've talked about this more, like how we like to get information, how we like to get music from artists.
Yeah.
Chubb was like, yo, DJs are liars.
DJs are liars.
DJs are liars, right?
I missed some part of the interview. What did he say?
He said DJs are liars. He was like, artists send their music to DJs, and if a DJ doesn't respond back to you fast enough, it's because they don't know how to tell you your music sucks.
If you send a DJ music, then you feel like they're not paying attention to it.
Yeah.
It's not they're not paying attention to it. They don't know how to tell you it's garbage.
That's no cap. That's for real though. Like if you don't get a respond within a couple of weeks, it wasn't worth checking out, or it's hot garbage, man.
And that's the fact. I'm like, damn.
So how you gonna use this? How you gonna use those gems to kind of move forward? If an artist sends you music, if an artist sends you music that it's trash, what are you doing?
I try to be a lot more honest, bro. Don't send me your whole EP. Send me the hottest track that you really
and that's really
with.
What it is.
And let me focus on one song.
Yes.
I don't want the whole project.
People hit me up and be like, yo, I got this fire. I'm like, yo, give me the joint that you believe in. Mm-hmm. You don't send me nothing else. Don't send me no fillers, no nothing. Just send me the joint that you think is a go. Sometimes they be like, oh, I don't know which one it is. And I'm like, you ain't ready then.
And that's how I feel now.
You know what I mean?
And I think that's progression, because you could hear over the interviews me being like stuck to it's like, nah, I want to build relationships with everybody. And I still do.
Yeah.
But it's like I also got to be honest about my time and what I'm focusing on.
True.
And I don't have all the time to just focus and be like, all right, I'm going to listen to all 7, 8, 10, 12 of your songs. Just give me the hottest one.
And let's listen to it. If it's fire, we keep it pushing.
And
now, did this series come due to coronavirus, though? Is this something you plan on doing regardless?
Yo, yeah. You want to know the funny thing? I had pushed this series to It's Lit podcast. So the cats in the city that's doing that, I'm like, yo, it'd be dope, because I wanted them to interview me.
Okay.
Right? So I told them about it, and they're like, nah, bro, I feel like it's your vision. You have the experience behind it, so you do it. And I'm like, damn, bro.
Oh, so they're saying just do it yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
And not even on some hating shit. They was like, nah, D,
trying to
you
motivate
do.
you. Yeah.
And they put that little battery in my back. I'm like, bro, I don't got the lights. I don't got cameras. Like
excuses like everybody else.
OD excuses. I'm like, yo, I don't got the time. I'm like, all right, word. And then one day I was just like, yo, I'm gonna figure it out. And like the dope thing is that I have so many creative people around me. So like the podcast intro, my boy Rafi created for me. Thank you, Rafi.
What up?
Right? What do you call it? the music that you hear underneath that.
Yeah.
My homeboy Rilla, he's a crazy producer in the city.
Okay.
He's been behind Teacup, Tamar. He just been with a lot of people in the city.
And he's the one who produced the intro?
He's the one that created the intro.
Okay.
He's been overseas to Japan to perform. So it's like, it's dope when you finally see how you can pull everybody together that's in your situation.
Make a dope ass product.
That to me is the dopest thing to it. You feel me?
All right.
So
shout outs to them for showing you that love. So let's get into the questions like you were asking everybody else. You know what I mean? One of the favorite questions, though, I'm not gonna lie to you, that I like that you asked when me and you sat down was what do you pack in your luggage and in your carry-on when you're on the road? Because let's not get it twisted. Now, when we were talking about it, I wasn't on weeks on end touring like you have. Like you and Token did how many dates so far?
We did the entire.
Or how many tours? Matter of fact,
we've done 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
So on tour
the
one,
first
how
one
many
was
dates?
the US. The US one we did 40 shows.
40 shows.
Yeah.
All the way from home.
Yeah,
and I think y'all closed it out in Boston?
We closed it out in
Is
Boston.
that the time y'all did it at Paradise?
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all
Paradise
closed it
was the last one.
Was the 40th?
Was the 40th, I think. And I feel like my numbers is wrong. Don't quote me. I feel like
but there was a lot, though. There wasn't no like 2-3 shows.
No.
It wasn't like go out one week,
we
come
went from
home.
Boston and we was hitting cities. Then we went to
Y'all had
Cali,
a bus and everything.
A whole tour bus and everything.
Yes.
Cali, and then from Cali, we was still hitting shows on the way back.
Yeah. So don't get it twisted. Like me, I mean, I do shows with my artists, like, you know what I mean? And they'll hit me up, be like, we got a weekend show over here. Fly out, go do that, come back. Maybe go out for a week to Italy or whatever, come back. But you was on the road for like 40 days.
A grip,
At least over a month.
Definitely over a month.
All right, so talk to me. Well, how did you pack? How did you figure? Was this your first tour?
That was my first official, because I went on tour with Sammy Adams.
For how many days?
Sammy and I did a week.
My
a
man
week
flexing,
and a
though.
half.
You hear all these names he's dropping, though? Sammy Adams, he over here
I've been
doing
blessed.
Tory Lanez, he's over here doing all kinds of okay, keep going. Just relax. Be humble though, right?
What?
Humble yourself.
I'm the most humble person ever, bro.
That's facts though. Alright, so you're getting ready for this 30-40 tour day.
Bro, I didn't know what to pack. You want to know?
So what'd you do?
So what I did do, and I've always been like this, I'm a big roller. I'm an army roller.
I do that
so
too.
I was like, I have my black jeans, I had a blue jeans, a dark blue, a light blue, a white, and I had a different color. So for me in my head, I'm like, if I got at least 4 to 5 different jeans,
you're good.
I'm good.
You got all colorways covered.
Right, facts, right? And then for me, it's like, I need at least 2 weeks of shirts.
Okay.
Right? So I was like, all right, let me get my 2 weeks of shirts. And then I had like my 2 specialty shirts. So it's gonna be like, yo, that's my prime time shirts. Everything else was socks.
So hold on, you were switching wardrobes in between on the same date, on the same night?
Not even on the same night, but it's like some nights we would go to the club.
Okay, so you had the on stage gear, and you had the club fits, the after party. Okay, keep going.
And then in my head, I was like, all right. I need a dark pair of sneakers, a fancy pair of sneakers, my cool out sneakers, and some flops.
Okay,
right.
Excuse me.
And then in my head too, I was like, yo, I could always, if I really needed to, buy something on the road.
Okay.
But I didn't have to.
Money rich?
Nah,
Money
you're right.
Keep going.
You're right.
All right, so you packed, so how many suitcases did you bring
One.
with you?
One,
really?
bro.
All that fit in one?
Bro.
With your backpack, because you needed your
backpack. And I had so I had my backpack with all
But
that.
anything went into your suitcase?
Yes,
now the beauty
sir.
of it is though, you were on a bus, so y'all wasn't really flying.
Nah.
So you could pack as much as you want, as heavy as you want.
Yeah. For the first part, when we did the European tour.
Yeah, you had to fly out.
We had to fly out.
We'll get to that. All right, so you were tour 1, 30-40 dates.
Yep.
Was that a good strategy of packing, or did you find out that I shouldn't even?
Nah, it was perfect because I realized I didn't even wear half of the clothes that I packed. And I say it like this is because
you had 2 weeks worth of shirts though.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like
that's only like 14 shirts.
Yeah, bro.
How you didn't rotate 14 shirts into
because
40
you got to
days?
remember, like I would have like a white tee.
Stinking.
No. Yo, I would have a white tee, right? And I'm like, yo, I don't gotta get fly to be on the stage, bro.
No.
So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna put on some jeans. And then I was like, yo, I'm gonna take a tour shirt.
There you go.
I'll put a tour shirt on. Let me go on stage. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm not the focus.
No, exactly.
So it's like, I don't need to be super
Which is what a lot of DJs
dope.
don't know.
Yeah,
you know
bro.
what I mean? When you become an artist DJ, you're not the focus. If
all.
you help in the show, that's dope. If you get incorporated into the show, that's dope, but you're not the focus. That's dope.
At all. So that's what I realized, because I'm like, nah, I need to make sure that people know I'm here. And I was like,
Half the time you're taking your shirt off anyway. I'll see you on tour, bro. Yo, any chance this guy got to take off his shirt,
you wanna know
my man's was shirtless.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yo, what up? Let me take off my shirt, say.
Yo,
ladies, what's good?
In Boston, in States, I don't know why I wouldn't. It was something about being here that made me not. And then once I left, bro,
you was crazy, but
I was like,
because,
yo, I don't know.
Because there's that uncomfortability knowing that there's people in the crowd that know you.
Facts.
When you go to Arizona or wherever, nobody know you. So if you take it off, ain't nobody gonna clown you.
Not
you know
at
what
all,
I'm saying?
bro. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
All right, so that packing for the first tour was
perfect,
on point.
Perfect.
If anything, you might have even overpacked.
I definitely overpacked. Because
so now
like,
Europe
the amount
now.
of basketball shorts,
Yes.
and like I wasn't playing ball. I wasn't working out. I didn't do none of that. I lied to myself.
You're just in the bus, just chilling.
Yeah.
All right, so we go into the European tour. How many dates is this?
Damn, I think Europe we did like 14, 15.
Okay. How'd you pack for that?
That one was a lot harder just because I knew we was on the plane. And so I overpacked, which again was bad because you had to pay the extra fee. I think it was like an extra 75, 100 and change.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's not cheap.
Yeah.
But when you overpack now, are you flying? Once you go to Europe, are you flying from different places, or once you land, you're in the car and that's it?
Once we got to Europe, we ended up getting a Sprinter out there.
Okay.
So we had a dude that drove us everywhere. So
Everywhere.
so we went from like Ireland and then drove to Switzerland and like, granted, those is probably wrong. I'm sorry, but we had a dude that was driving us most places.
So once y'all landed, luggage shouldn't have been an issue.
Yeah.
We're just going to coming from the States and going back home, right?
Yeah.
I remember when I went to Germany and then we ended up doing something in Italy, but it was one of those joints where we're going to Italy for like 2 days, but we're coming back.
Okay.
So I didn't have to take anything. A little carry-on, go over there, however many days we did it, came back. But yeah, man, them overweight charges can be a What?
Taught me a lesson, bro.
What was the lesson?
Again, I feel like in your head, you're like, damn, I need all of this. But it's like, nah, I'm the background.
I'm the worst.
Like, I gotta look decent, but
I don't know about you, man. I stay fresh everywhere. I'm gone. What do you mean? But you're right though. When you told you shouldn't really be trying to get too jiggy. You know,
like I was trying to bring mad colors that would make me stand out on the stage. I know I'm dark, so I'm like, yo, I gotta have a pink shirt. I gotta have a light brown shirt. Like, yo, I'm like, nah, you gonna see me in every video.
If all you see is my shirt,
yo,
I'm good.
listen, because at least I could be like, yo, look at this video right there. That was me. Right there in the background somewhere.
Right there. You see that? You see with the Adidas joint that's glowing? That's me.
That's all I'm saying.
But did you like touring? Do you love touring? I know you do a lot of clubs. I know you do the like we talked about. I mean, when you're going on the Carnival, what are you packing there? When you're going on the cruises? My bad, it's not the Carnival.
It's Royal Caribbean.
Royal Caribbean, my fault.
Those are totally different because like I don't have to pay for none of that stuff. So it's like if my bag is overweight, they compensate me for it.
Okay. But that one, you the center of the attraction though.
Yeah, I'm the center of
the
attraction.
You're the celebrity DJ. So that one you got to get right.
Those I actually get right.
Okay.
You feel me? So it's like I make sure I got extra kicks. I make sure like I want to have a different kick for every spot I'm in.
Of course.
So that's kind of what it is.
Now, when you break it down, we're talking club DJ, right?
Yeah.
We're talking tour DJ, and we're talking now celebrity DJ on these carnivals. Which one do you like doing the most? Like, if you could just be told, yo, you can only do one from now on.
Touring.
Wow.
Yeah. Bro, I like being on the road, bro. It's
what is it about the road?
You want to know what it is? I feel like I've worked my ass off all these years. They told me I have to go to school, get a 9 to 5. And I'm like, damn, doing all that, I never took days off because I felt if I took a day off, they was going to replace me. Like, no one ever takes they days off because they always feel like when I'm not there.
Or they make you feel guilty about it.
You understand?
Yeah, I feel you.
The day I quit, bro, was the day my life changed. Like, I actually started seeing the world. Like, I've done stuff that I envisioned doing when I was young.
You don't got to mention the company, but what were you doing for work? What was it?
I was working for a college.
Doing what?
So I was in operations. So that was my last job. Before that, I was a teacher.
Before you quit?
Before I quit. So I was in operations. Before that, I was a teacher. Like, and then I've been a teacher since I left college.
So you were teaching and then you were doing operations at the college.
Yeah.
You said, you know what? I'm done.
Bro,
it's a wrap for me.
It was an opportunity. Like,
what was the opportunity, bro?
So I'm gonna be honest. How I got in trouble was like, at the college, I was trying to look out for a kid, this student. I had a place on the college. They gave me a nice little spot on the school. Kid was like, yo, I graduated, but I still need to take one more class. If I don't take this class, I can't leave.
Okay.
He was a brown cat. So
Okay.
for me, it's like, damn, I got 3 rooms where I'm staying. I'm
look
not
out for
using
you.
them. I'm like, bro, just please keep it easy, bro. Don't do nothing crazy and get me caught up.
I
So
got
you
you.
got a
I
summer.
got you. I
Like,
got
so you
you.
got 2 months.
I got you.
Just cool out, bro.
I got you.
And
got
I'll
you.
look out for you. You save some money, save that up so you could put it towards. Because for me, I'm like, damn, you always want that person that would have did it for you. So you want to try to push it forward.
Yeah. What happened?
He was cooking chicken,
Uh-huh.
right? I don't know, and it don't make sense. He said he put the chicken in the pot with water.
Okay.
The water boiled down. He left the crib to go upstairs to see somebody or something. It boiled down, the chicken started burning, set off the fire alarm.
No.
They come in, I'm at work. They're like, yo, your apartment's smoking. I'm like, how?
But
Right?
you're supposed to be the only one in there. I got you.
You understand? So now
Yeah.
they hit me back and they're like, yo, D, you
Who's-
kind of broke the rules,
Yeah,
da da
someone's
da.
living with you.
So they kind of gave me like that. They're like, yo, you're good. Your job is good. You're not. But they're like, you can't stay on the place no more.
Oh shit.
I'm like, damn.
Now you gotta go look for an apartment.
And I'm like, I don't know if it's worth it anymore. And then I was like, I always said, like, God, when you don't move fast enough, God puts
will push
things
you.
in situations.
God will push you.
I'm like, yo, bro, I feel like I can make this bread that I'm making a lot easier, a lot faster doing it for myself.
Doing what you love.
And it worked out. Son.
Okay. So then you quit your job and you do what? What's the first gig you start doing? Is that when you go on tour? What's going on then?
I was just hitting clubs.
So you hustling in the club scene.
Yeah, I was hustling in the club scene.
Boston, anywhere. I remember I used to bring you out to Manchester too.
Yo.
We used to rock out
Out
on
there
on
heavy.
Sundays.
Yo, facts,
You know what I
facts.
mean?
Shout out
Mantra
them
Vegas-
boys, yeah.
Yeah, Mantra Vegas, Kalo, sipping all of them, man. That
Yeah.
was a vibe out there. So
Oh,
all right,
vibe.
so you start hustling your way into the clubs, and then when do these tour opportunities, like the first time you DJ for artists, how did that opportunity come about? And
From
who
the
was
radio
the artist?
station.
All right.
It's from the radio station. So, God bless the radio station. Thank you to Big Walt. Walt's the reason that I
R.I.P.
even got onto the station. You feel me? So Walt gave me that connection. And that was love. And then from there, it was just like me being in the right place at the right time.
So who was the
around right
artist though?
people.
You remember?
I think it was a Summer Jam. Summer Jam, I think, was my first opportunity
To DJ for artists.
to DJ for artists.
Okay.
Right? And I think it was y'all. I think, because I have a picture too, which is funny, bro. I've been
Talk to
looking.
me.
I got a picture where I think it was you, Sam, Voyage. I'm sorry, whoever I'm missing out, bro. Y'all was standing there, and I'm
Okay.
on the stage in the background.
Okay.
Like this with my hands up, mad excited, bro. But I'm trying to be mad cool.
I got
But y'all
you.
down there just mad regular
I
taking a
got
picture.
you. I got you.
And I was like, that was my first opportunity to like DJ for artists
Okay.
and be in front of that number of people.
Yeah, Summer Jam is a movie, man.
Yeah,
when
bro.
you DJ in front of Summer
Yeah.
Jam is what? How many people at Xfinity Center? Someone Google that right now. Whatever
Yeah.
the capacity is at Xfinity Center, that's how Summer Jam is or was. You know, now we don't know when Summer Jam is gonna come back because of everything going on with Rona. But to play in for that kind of crowd and that kind of energy and just
But that early too, it's like, granted, I've been doing clubs, but clubs would never compare to
never.
that.
Not a stage like an official on stage show.
Yeah, bro.
Like, you know what I mean? Like when you start going and doing like when I do like regular stage shows and you know you see the Conscious or the Afro Bees or whoever shutting down like stage shows, the Lidos back in the day, which is now I think Wonderland Ballroom. That kind of energy is completely different from even if it's a big ass club.
Facts,
still
facts,
different.
facts.
The only place I think might even compare is Royale. Because
Yeah,
Royale got
facts.
a big ass venue.
Royale's, I think it's 1,000.
But imagine a Royale, imagine a House of Blues, but then you take that and you multiply that by like 1 trillion,
Bro.
and you
Bro.
drop a record and they
that
all
energy?
singing.
Oh my gosh. son.
Come on, son.
Yo, listen to
you
me.
drop a record and you got thousands of people just rocking
Yo.
out with you. It's like you could never get that
It's
in
dope,
a club.
son.
ever.
It's dope. It's dope. And I always told people that was the drug I've always been going back for.
Okay.
I've never gotten that excitement doing clubs. And it's like,
So
all
you're
due
hooked.
respect to clubs,
Yup.
but it's like that vibe. Like at the end of it, where people are like, "Yo, you walking through thinking like you regular because I'm regular."
Yeah.
And people are like, "Nah, bro, you killed that. Yo,
Yeah,
come
yeah,
take a
yeah.
picture with me."
Yeah.
I'm like, with me?
It's different. Yes.
What you want to take a picture with me for? Like,
You know what I mean?
so it was like,
But that's the humbleness, and I commend you for that. That's the humbleness in you, and that's why me and you probably click so well. It's like, you know what I mean? We're not like, if someone came for a picture, or I know why they asked
Yeah,
me
yeah,
for a
yeah,
picture.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes them things, when you're humble, them things kind of catch you,
bro,
you know, kind of
still
off.
to
And
this
be like,
day.
oh, what? You want to
Listen
take a
to
picture of me? So now you start touring, you go on these massive tours. What is the biggest misconception you had, or maybe somebody might have, about the work you got to put in to be a tour DJ? Because again, it's different. Tour DJ, club DJ, radio DJ.
Yeah.
Even though you're DJ,
different.
but it's the way you attack it is a completely different way.
Different.
So what's the biggest challenge if someone wanted to be a tour DJ like you? What's the biggest challenge, or what's the biggest misconception?
I think people think it's just party, because everyone thinks it's Thursday to Saturday every single day.
Yes.
Right? The reality is that there's days where it's like, yo, you got to sit with your artist and plan your sets.
Yeah.
Or if you change your set on the go, it's making sure that your equipment is good. Like there's shows I got to when I had to use other people's equipment.
Wow.
And shit stopped. Like either the equipment got lost.
Okay.
Like when we were flying.
It didn't transfer with you.
And then transfer.
I got
or
you.
like playing outside. I don't think people understand the heat. Like if you're playing on the stage outside, that heat beating on your equipment. So I remember,
overheated and all
yo,
that.
bro,
Go ahead.
I was doing a show with Sammy, and we were outside in Florida doing like some big concert. Bro, at the end of it, we hype. Everything going smooth, bro.
Gotcha.
Last song, we doing it. My mixer shuts off.
Overheated.
So now I'm on the mic trying to sing the back up, right?
And he don't know, and Sammy don't know what's going on.
He's still hyping, doing his thing. I'm like, yo, bro, just let this finish.
Damn.
Bro, my heart like this.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, yo, good job, bro. And he went back on the bus, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
I might have just messed up my whole opportunity with. I know what you're saying.
Listen to me, bro.
But did the mixer end up coming back on? What happened?
It didn't turn back on for the rest of the show.
Oh snap! So how many songs? But it was the last song.
So
what y'all do? Acapella?
At the end, yeah.
Okay.
So literally it probably ended. It cut off probably like I want to say 45 seconds before. So I don't know if he just thought I dropped the volume.
Yeah.
Or what?
Because the artist never knows, bro.
Not really.
And you got some artists who will call you out.
Yeah, yo.
Be like, yo, what the F you doing over there, man?
Yo.
You remember? I'm sure you.
with
With
Biggie.
Yo, I think this day I feel bad for Mr. C, bro.
Yo.
Like Biggie was like, yo, what the F is you doing, son?
Do a
like,
whole water bottle, everything. Yeah.
But you know, sometimes, because again, you gotta understand the artists. Most artists feed off of energy.
Yeah.
So when they're in the zone, it's like you playing. If you're a DJ and you're watching this, you playing a set on the radio, you playing a set in the club, and all of a sudden your thing stop working and it just drains the energy.
Yo.
Like it's hard to get. And talk about that too, because again, it's similar in a club and a touring, but are you the kind of DJ that comes on stage first to kind of get the energy up and then bring the artist on?
Yep. So, which that too I had to learn, right? Because like you're hype, but you also have to realize with every artist, it's a different group of people in front of you. So you can't just play a generic set for everybody.
Like every tour stop.
You understand? So it's like with Token, I had to do research. I'm like, yo, who does Token's fans really like, right? So it's the Joiners, it's the Tech Nines, it's those. So I'm like, word, they want that kind. They want more lyrical music.
Yes.
So I had to switch it up.
Smart.
When I was on tour with Sammy, I'm like, yo, they more into that college. So I'm like Asher Roth, blah blah blah. So I had to switch that up. You feel me? With Millie's, they more of that boom bap,
they want that
Jada Kiss type.
So
I was like, all right, I gotta play that. So it's like I start picking that up, and then also going to the different countries.
And is that something you learn? Pardon to interrupt you, but was that something you learned on your own, or someone taught you? Like,
nah,
I just
figured that out.
Okay, keep going.
Because for me,
and that's from trial and error, right?
That's
because you
trial
probably was playing some joints that you thought was going to hit,
and it
they just looking at you
yo,
like, "What are you doing?"
But the one thing I will always say, I've been blessed because I still DJ with a New York style where it's very quick.
Okay.
So it's like
you run through records.
I'm running.
Okay.
You feel me? So in an hour, I'll probably play anywhere from 75 to 100.
Gotcha.
If I'm in a good vibe.
Gotcha.
You understand?
Gotcha.
So that's what saved me a lot of times. But I also realized, I'm like, damn, I thought that was going to hit. That hit? And then I started realizing, like, the older songs will always work.
Okay.
So anything from the 90s, like the DMX Party Ups.
Of course.
Versus I'm trying to be, like, mad modern, so I'm trying to play Lil Uzi Verts, and I'm trying to play the...
But it doesn't work all the time.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, you know, them old classic, you know, like you said, the Jadas, the
Jay-Z's.
The Jay-Z's, the Nas's, you know. All them joints will hit almost everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
But I like what you said about the research though.
Yeah.
Which is something you got to do, especially when you know who you're DJing for. Smart move, and know what kind of artists what kind of other artists that their fans listen to.
Yeah.
Now, what about going city to city? So you're on a 30-day, 40-day tour with Token. Is each city different, or you playing the same shit?
Nah, each city was definitely different, but I think it was just a vibe because like some sets he'd be like, yo, D, I'm not really ready to go on yet. So it turned from, it'll start off like a 5-minute set, which I'm like, oh, what 5 minutes? I killed that. Then it turned into like, nah, it's a 15, 20, 30 minutes. I'm like, yo, bro.
You panic though.
Hell yeah.
Okay, you panic because you already used to doing the 5-minute set and he come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's audibles. You feel me? So like, we'll be like, all right, D, 5 minutes. Yo, last show you went a little bit long. Let's cut it down. So I'm like, all right, word, I could do this.
Yeah. The shorter the better.
Yo, bro.
I don't feel like
I'm not ready yet. I need to get a little bit more hype. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, bro.
Like, blowing mine, bro, because I'm sweating, my armpits
Because you know, and as DJs, before you even hit that stage, you kind of going through your music. You're like, oh yeah, you know, I'm gonna hit it at this verse.
Yeah.
When this joint come on, I'm gonna slap him with this one. You already kind of, you know the set, but you're already playing it in your head to kind of be like, all right, to catch the vibe. And now you got to get thrown off and be like, you got to add more music.
But then it's like, you got to make sure that you playing the dope parts too. You're not playing just the intro.
Exactly.
Like, so
you gotta know when
that, bro.
Some songs you got to come in on the third verse. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm assuming when the first time that happened, when you had a 5-minute set and dude was like, yo, play for 20 minutes, did you at that point create another crate and be like, yo, this is my extra stash in case ever this happens?
Just created a full crate. Like, instead of just having that little one, I was like, nah, I'm just going to keep throwing songs in it. Songs that I think are hype.
Okay.
So, like, we'll be on the tour bus or we'll be in the hotels and he'll be blasting music. And I'm like, crate. Like,
so,
anything I
you
hear.
See whatever he vibing to,
yep.
And you throw it
and
in.
I'm like, yo, because I want to get him hype. Like, I know you're supposed to get the crowd hype, but it's like the more hype he is, the hype of the crowd.
Now, do you know what he's doing backstage? Is he just chilling? Because sometimes artists be in the green room, they can't even hear what's happening.
No, I mean, for the most part, where we've been, he's chilling. He's just trying to get his mental right.
Gotcha.
He don't drink or smoke.
Gotcha.
So it's like, you feel me?
It's not like energy.
Yeah.
That's what he gets.
So he got his tracks in the back and he just vibing, trying to get his energy up.
What's the cue song for him to come on stage or to know that
it's his intro? So he has an intro track, right? And
what's the song before the intro?
There's
Most
no song,
DJs, really?
Nah.
You
I
see
search
a lot
it up
of
every show.
You see a lot of DJs that I know, and I used to do this when I was on tour with a lot of reggae DJs, especially in the reggae scene.
Yeah.
But even with other artists, there's a certain song that plays. Once I play this joint, it's kind of your cue to be like, all right, I need to start getting up. I need to start getting ready. Because I'll be in the lounge with the artist, chilling. DJ played, let's say, I don't know, Jam Rock or something, or DMX. And we were on tour because I did a tour with Shaggy one time and a bunch of other artists, and we were on the road.
Facts.
And we did like 6 shows. I think we did Boston, Rochester, Buffalo, and something else in New York. And I noticed that this one DJ, which is I think Shaggy's DJ, every time, the first time I didn't catch it.
Yeah.
Second time I was like, oh, that was the same song he played right before. And then I noticed, oh, that one record, everything else was different.
Okay.
Every city he played at, everything was different.
The track before,
but that one song was the cue for him to be like, oh, okay. He's like, is he playing this? Okay, cool. And he started getting ready and all of that. So you don't do that.
Nah. Because we already have a plan. This is my song. We gonna let this rock out. You talk to the audience, tell them turn the lights on, whatever you got to do.
And once he hears that song,
that's when he's like, all right, let's go.
Okay.
And it's a decent little intro.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Probably like a 3 minute.
Now, when you first started, I know I seen when you guys first started, you were kind of just the dude behind the tables and everything. Yeah. And that your role in his show set progressed.
Yeah.
Talk about that. Like, how did that progress for you? Like, you kind of became part of the show a little bit. I see you again, shirts off. These guys like to take their shirts off everywhere.
Yeah,
but I started noticing
push-ups. You start feeling more confident.
I started noticing that you were getting involved. Like, you were jumping on stage with him. There was certain parts where y'all would turn up, throw water and all of that.
But we had that all planned because like we would
from
be
day one.
No, we would be practicing or what do you call it when we go to the stadiums, the
sound check,
sound check.
Yep.
So he'll be there. I'll run through the mics with whatever. And he'll be like, yo, why you don't be scratching during the show? I'm like, I want to throw you off. I don't know if this is your vibe or not. He's like, nah, do that. And then he's like, yo, D, it would be dope if you like jumped on stage when it was hype for certain songs. I'm like it's your show, bro. I ain't trying to impede or nothing.
Yeah.
And
you know your role.
Facts, right? And then just one day he was like, yo, D, like,
jump on stage.
Let's go. And then he just
did
got
he do that during the show? Or did
it was during the show.
He told you come out here.
So I got wet with he was throwing water and I got wet. And I'm like, nah, right?
And you threw right
and it just turned into like it was just vibe.
Yeah,
it was a vibe.
I got you.
But it was like, it was one of the dopest songs on his set. Like the song we usually end out, well, not end out, before we do the encore.
And once you did that, from that point on,
it was just more. So now I start jumping up on the table. I'm like, yo, I see these EDM cats do that. So I'm like, word. I'm up there. I'm like,
my God.
I'm feeling myself now.
And he's cool with it. And sometimes, but it's all trial and error though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you can't. When you see DJs who've been DJing for artists for years and they got this chemistry, that chemistry takes time to build, right?
Yeah.
Because I know day one, y'all probably was out of sync completely.
But you want to know the funny thing? And from interviewing a lot of the people I interview, I notice people don't practice.
What you mean?
They don't practice. Like,
as far
with
as
me and him, like, before every tour, a week before or a week and a half before, we in the crib, sitting there going through every single song, timing, drop here, cut here, bomb here. Like, he's very, like, meticulous about his sets.
But that's why people like that is going to win. Those are the people who really love.
Yeah, bro.
Those are the people who really, not saying that, you know, these other artists, but, you know, when you see a Fabulous, like, he's just running, again, no disrespect, right?
Facts,
but Fabulous just runs through his records. 50 might do the same thing.
Yeah.
They're entertainers, yes, they're artists, but they already know that
they won already.
Their music carries them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the energy of the music,
a
who am I thinking about that got crazy energy? Like a Meek.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Meek, when you go do a Meek show, my man could just go through 5 records back to back without saying a word and you're going to be viable.
For real.
But there's other artists, again, and this is why I told you on my thing, on my interview, Busta Rhymes is one of those guys because him and his cousin, like you could tell, they rehearsed this joint. Even though it looks natural, it looks like it's a spur of the moment thing. You know, there's a part, like I said, they come in and he calls Spliff star. Spliff comes next to him. They start going back and forth. Spliff is doing some animation, but then he'll give him the little ad, little and you could tell, like, this, they be doing this.
Put in, yeah.
You know
that's what I'm saying. That's what I realized. Like, some people are just dope and they have good energy. Some people grew up together. Some people have to work for it, but you could always see that, and I've always thought that was different. You feel me?
Yeah, but that's dope that you guys do that because it really, to me, I think how artist blows up is, and even as a DJ, is how y'all present the music. You know what I mean? If y'all give motherfuckers a dope ass show, I'm telling you, like, that's how people hold on to artists. You know what I mean?
That's what it is.
And if you're part of that, just look at Bonix and I know we're gonna talk about the season 2, but look at Bonix and Wiz. Like, they've been doing it for how many years? And a lot of times DJs don't really last too long with their artists. There's not that many DJs who last like the whole career with the artist. Eventually, somewhere, somehow, the DJ gets something. The DJ gets switched out. Maybe they go do something else. But Bonix is one of the people I always recognize. They've been together for an ill minute. The other artist was I just had it on the top of my head, but I forgot. But is that what your goal is? Are you trying to just stay with? Again, I don't even want to put you on the spot.
No, ain't nothing to put on the spot.
But is that what you want to do? Like, be his long-term DJ? What's the long-term goal for DCaso as far as the tour DJ goes?
I mean, I want to rock with Boy the whole time. Like, that's my brother, bro. Like, I mean, I be in his crib.
Like, y'all built that bond.
Yeah, like,
and y'all never knew each other before.
No, I mean, we've met each other and we've had. Mike is the reason that me and him got. Mike Styles. You know what I mean? And this is what a lot of people don't know. It's like Mike's always been in my ear about him for a grip. It's just I was always gone. I just happened to get back at the right time.
God's plan,
and
bro.
Things just like melted together.
God's plan.
And like, you feel me? So it's like, I was like, yo, this is dope how it worked out. I literally just got back to the States like 2 days before. They're like, yo, boy needs a DJ.
You jumped on it.
And I'm like, all right, let's figure it out.
And have you ever DJed for somebody who you don't mesh with? Have you ever had that opportunity? I mean,
you want to know too? I don't be trying to like. Something I've always learned, bro, is don't try to be in nobody's space.
Facts.
Like, do
but
your
you gotta
job.
have chemistry though.
But I think that comes. Like, I don't like forcing my energy on
there you
people.
Go. I like that.
That's my thing. I don't try to force my energy on people. It's like when I feel comfortable, you know I become comfortable. Because then I start talking shit and we just start. That's what
for the most part, you know your role.
And
I'm coming in
look
there
at
to work.
Business.
There you go. You're coming in to work, pay me my money. We're going to give these people what they want. And eventually turns into what you guys now got, where you're on stage, you're standing up like an EDM DJ with his shirt off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. And my hair, I be whipping my hair down. Listen to me,
chill,
bro.
This guy's dirty lighting on stage.
I don't know about that part, bro. He forced it.
Relax. But you know what it is, man. It's the Abroad DJ season 1 finale. So before we close out, let's talk about season 2.
Yo.
What could fans expect in season 2? Like, what's going to be different? You know what I mean? You talked about how episode 1 of season 1 didn't look nothing like episode 8 of season 1. What are we pulling out the bag? What tricks you got for
because of Rona, of course, I can't do the one-on-ones with people right now,
yep.
right? So it is going to a digital. So I've already had a homie
Zoom and all that kind
Zoom
of vibe?
right now. So we're gonna do the Zoom interviews. But I hope that it looks creative. I try to make it as creative as possible. I already ran into my first issue with my first interview, so y'all gonna have to forgive me for that. But like I said, it's gonna level up from there. The first issue, just like I didn't realize, and I love Apple. So Apple, if y'all hear this, y'all gotta improve your front-facing camera on your How am I paying over $2,000
laptop
for a laptop, bro?
The pad, the phone,
son,
the front
crazy
cameras
to me.
Trash.
That is so crazy to me. So for me, I'm like, yo, let's have this interview. My quality don't look as clean. I just happen to be in a good position because I use one of my GoPros.
There you go.
So I was like, yo, let me GoPro myself just because.
There you go.
So I'm working it out, but you feel me?
But that's all facts, man. Apple, y'all need to fix that,
bro.
Y'all gotta give us. Y'all charging too much for just mediocre front-facing cameras. Man. You can't do that no more, man. So season 2, can we talk about some of the guests? You got them lined up? You got any guarantees? I don't want to say nobody.
I don't have 100% guarantees. I've had conversations with people before. And they've all said they were down, but this is again when we were all moving around.
And we're keeping it abroad DJs. We're keeping it tour DJs.
It's mostly tour DJs. As of right now, I just feel like this is a strain that everyone doesn't really think about. I feel like when you think DJ, everyone is like, yo, let me do clubs, let me do weddings.
Yep.
You feel me? How many people do tours or do cruises and stuff like that?
And it kind of also gives you insight into what maybe, if you always saw this, again, let's say like a Wiz and Bonnets, like you kind of get to understand what else they do. Like what they, other than DJ, you find out that they into a lot.
Bro.
You know, like Big Sean's DJ, Mo Beats.
Mo Beats.
You know what I mean? He's into a lot. Fitness, giving back to Detroit, doing radio.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I think all of that is dope. It's like, and then that's why I told you originally, I was like, I think it's dope to interview artists. But it's like, how many times can you hear the exact same story? And I know it's about how you spin it.
Yes.
And I think that's dope. But I always wanted to hear from, I like the underdogs. I like the people in the background. Because for me, it's
see how the behind the scenes work.
And I think it's dope too because like I'm creating a relationship with people.
Absolutely.
So it's like now it's like if I'm in their city,
but more importantly,
you
are bringing knowledge, man. That's one thing I really love about the Abroad DJ podcast or this series or anything. Is like you really bringing knowledge. Like mad people hit me from our interview. Like, yo, I really enjoyed your interview because I learned a lot.
Facts.
Like, you know what I mean? And when I listen to Chubb's interview, like you learn a lot. Like Chubb been in the game for a minute.
Bro.
Let's not get it twisted. Bro. You know, Ron G, yes, is an OG. You know, you got the shout out from Biggie. You know, Ron is the man, but Chubb, you know what I mean? A lot of people I don't think give Chubb the credit. Like he's been around. Like I was watching MTV Jams, bro. And some ish from like the 80s or some or early 90s popped up with Jay-Z. Young ass Jay-Z. Who's the little young kid in the corner? Chubb. You know what I mean? So when you have people like this, I think it's really dope because they can speak on all sides of things. You know, they can speak on radio, they can speak on clubs, they can speak on touring. And I think touring there's so many artists now. Everybody wants to be an artist. And every artist is going to need a DJ. So maybe even talk about that. What's your advice to artists on finding the right DJ and the right fit for them?
Honestly, I think you need to find someone that's humble. And I think that's really what it is. Because I think what I've been seeing when I watch like coming uprising artists is that they DJs are standing to the side of them the entire show.
They want to be part of the.
They want to be up front. You need to find a DJ that knows their place.
They know how to fall back,
and then you find that chemistry. And y'all figure that out where you now start coming. But like, if you got someone that's too cocky off the bat, you run into issues.
The show, you know, want to be like your sidekick and all of that. You're gonna have a problem.
That's not how it works. So for me, it's like it's just finding someone that's really about your brand. Not really about the celebrity. And I think that's to me how you find your connection, that person that rock with you. Same thing with finding a manager.
If you ever need a DJ, you in Boston, artist, you come out here, for some reason your DJ better stay flight, they don't, you know what I mean? Tap in with DCaso, he'll take care of you if he's not on the road himself, you know what I'm saying? But you know what it is, man, season 1 of the Abroad DJ. What's the Instagram that they can follow?
The Abroad DJ. Everything's the exact same. I told you it's all about unity.
There you go.
So The Abroad DJ, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat.
Yo, listen, everybody is trying to be creative when it comes to especially with the Rona. I think it's really forced people to kind of think outside the box. For like DJs, we don't got clubs no more. We ain't got weddings. We ain't got none of that. So if you solely survived on just DJ money, which was good. You know, now you got to find ways to be more creative, and you know, DCaso bringing a unique look behind the scenes, talking to the people who are next to your favorite artists. You know what I mean?
Facts.
We kind of talked off air about some of the artists or some of the DJs you're hoping to bring on, and there's some big names.
Bro, I'm God willing.
You know what I mean? There's some big names. It's going to happen, man.
Speak it into existence.
It's going to happen.
So.
It's going to happen. So shout out to all the previous guests from this last season. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all. I mean, I know DCaso is a humble dude, so if he's not saying it, you know what I mean? I appreciate y'all.
I appreciate y'all for real.
Y'all keep supporting my guy, man. The Abroad DJ podcast. DJ DCaso, follow all that. You know it's me, your guy, DJ Fawn. I always got to show my bro love. I always got to sit down and interview with him. You know, we always have a good time whenever we chop it up. And if you're ever around somewhere, you might see him on the road with my guy Token or somebody else. Who knows? But or even on that cruise ship, bro.
On the cruise ship, that's a
I'm trying to get a discount on the cruise ship, but it ain't happening. But it's cool. We're gonna talk about that another time. You know what I mean?
Facts.
But yeah, any last words you want to say, man?
Nah, yo, I really appreciate everybody checking it out. Again, if there's anything that y'all want to know about, drop it in the comments. This ain't just for DJs, it's for artists that are trying to come up, and it's just for music. People that love music, you feel me?
Or even DJs that you might want to see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's some DJs who you don't really hear about, but you know, maybe we get a Drake's DJ on here. Maybe we get, you know what I mean, some of these big artist DJs on here. You know what I mean? DJ Booth, he DJs for Nicki Minaj and does a lot of other stuff. So there's a lot of DJs out here, man, doing their thing. So, but yeah, keep supporting, man. The Abroad DJs podcast, season 1. This might be episode whatever coming to a close. Season 2 is coming. When season 2 gonna drop?
It's coming soon.
All right, it's coming soon, man.
Soon.
And I seen the lineup. I seen the book with everything. I seen the lineup. It's gonna be crazy, man. DJ Fawn signing out, my brother.
Yeah,
you
we
know,
out here.
love.
Appreciate you,
know what I'm
family.
saying?
Always.
Dope knowledge right there. Stop packing heavy. To a DJ, stop overpacking, bro.
Yo.
Like you heard, don't try to be the center of attraction. Let your artist do his thing. Know your lane. Bro, DJs, we out of here.
Easy.
Bum.